Writing poorly is easy, but writing beautifully can be very, very hard. You've probably read a book at some time that really enchanted you, that carried you away, that made you forget where you were and what you were doing. For the last 35 years, I've been trying to understand, how do we do that to readers? How can we enchant them? A lot of huge best-selling authors are afraid to share their writing secrets. Ernest Hemingway, for example, used to lie to people all the time. He used to tell them that when they wrote a story, they needed to write it over 60 times at least to make sure they got it perfect. Then they had to spend 2 years between each draft so that they could look at it with fresh eyes. Now, there's a million dead people who are still trying to finish their first short story. One indie author recently figured out how to make $2 million in a single day off of her book. But when people asked her how she did it, she lied. Let's face it, when you're trying to figure out how to break into an artistic field quickly, you don't need half-truths and lies. You need the facts. Many instructors will tell you that you need to have a great character for a story, but it's not a great character that you need. You need a great cast. You need to have people who are bouncing off of one another, conflicting with one another, agreeing with one another to move your story forward. If you look at the best-selling movies of all time, you'll find that they all have one thing in common. They all transport you to another time and another place. You can be a great stylist and still be broke, but if you're a great storyteller, you'll make millions. You're never going to completely learn how to write. It's a lifelong task. If you want to make the most of your time spent learning the craft, you need to learn how to break into this business properly. As a writer, you might imagine that you are a little hobbyist working away in your home, but in reality, you're a manuscript factory. You're producing a product, your stories, and you have to learn how to liquidate your global rights. You need to learn how to liquidate foreign rights, movie rights, and video game rights. To do this, you may need an agent, and not just any agent. You have to get the right agent for you. You don't want to go out and start running a race and shoot yourself in the foot before you leave the start line. Lots of people would love to become best-selling writers, but few people know the way. Hi, I'm David Farland. I've trained thousands of writers, and many of them have gone on to become #1 New York Times bestsellers. This Christmas season, I'd like to help you make your writing dreams come true too, with this special offer.